Okay, so we are going to start working on ACE writing. So do you remember last time we did kind of the race writing?
Yeah.
We're going to take R and A and we're going to smush it together and we're going to make the same thing. So we're going to answer the question and we're going to answer by restating. So you see how we take A and R and we're just going to smush it. So the first one we're going to do, which of the following best restates the question in the answer? So our question is, what color is Cookie Monster? All right, we're going to go through each of these answers together and figure out which one's the best answer that gives us our R and our A. So A, blue. Does that give us the correct answer?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it does. Cookie Monster's blue. But does that restate the question? Does A restate the question? What color is Cookie Monster? What about B? What the color of Cookie Monster is blue? It tells us what color is Cookie Monster, but does that sentence make sense?
No.
No, and it also starts with the word what. So sentences that start with the word what punctuation is usually at the end of those sentences?
Question.
A question. That's usually a question sentence. There's a question mark. What about C? Blue is the color of Cookie Monster. Does that give us an answer?
Yes.
Yep, there's our A. Does it restate the question?
Yeah.
Perfect. So there is our R and our A. Let's try another example. So our question for this one is, how many ways are there to make change for $1? 2 of those we can automatically delete. We can eliminate them ahead of time. Which 2 could we automatically get rid of? You tell me.
A and B.
Yeah, A and B. They tell us the right answer, but what do they not do?
Say the question.
Yeah, they don't say the question. They don't restate. So now we have to pick between C and D. So C is to make change for $1, there are 293 ways. Does that tell us the right answer?
Yeah.
Does it restate the question?
No.
I mean, I think it does, right? It's saying, yeah, there's to make change for $1, there's 293 ways. So that would be a good choice. What about D? There are 293 ways to make change for $1. Does that give us the right answer?
Yeah.
Does that restate the question?
Yes.
So would C or D be a good choice?
D.
I would go with D too, just because I like how it's worded. But honestly, you could pick either one. Okay, let's do one more. Let's see. Ooh, I like this one. Which of the following best restates the question? You ready? Which animal has the largest eyes in the world? So right off the bat, it's going to be the giant squid. So which 2 options are you going to automatically take off?
A and B.
Yep, A and B. So we know it's the giant squid. That's good. Now C and D. Between those 2, which one would you pick?
C.
Okay, and why wouldn't you pick D?
It's worded weird.
Yeah, and what word does it start with?
What?
And how do you usually end a sentence that starts with what?
Question.
Yeah, you use your question mark. So C is a perfect option. The animal with the largest eyes in the world is the giant squid. So we have our A is our R and our A of race. So we restate and we answer the question all together. Next, we have to do our C, and this is going to be the hardest part. Oh. Next, we have to cite our source. And we are going to okay, so all right. These are going to be the two big ones we're going to focus on, and this is where your little cheat sheet that I have for you is going to come in handy, because a lot of the times we're going to be focusing up here. So first you have to introduce the quote, and then you're going to have a comma. So if we were reading a passage and we wanted to talk to somebody about something in the passage, you could say, for example, comma, and we can talk to them about something in the passage. So that's your step one. Step two, you're going to put it into quotes, and you have to use the exact thing that comes from the passage. You can't change up the words. You can't do any of that. It has to be the exact thing. And then this is going to kind of be more towards the practice that we're doing right now, not so much the actual like worksheet. So the quote is, "Change the world by being yourself." And the author is Amy Poehler. Let's do the first two steps. So the first step is you have to introduce this quote. On your little cheat sheet up at the top, I want you to pick one of those. Obviously, we won't say like the article on page blank in the paragraph, but what's something that you could say? I like the one in the right column at the very top.
The author states.
Yeah, do you think that would be a good one?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do I have to put right after that?
Change the world by being yourself.
Yep, but what has to come right after that and end with a
comma?
Yep, I gotta put my comma. And then what do I have to put the quote in?
Quotation marks.
Exactly. And what does my quote say?
Change the world by being yourself.
So for this practice, what we would end up doing is we would put the author's last name like that. Okay, so for this one, What will we do if we don't know who the author is?
Make up a name?
You just want to make up some random person? Are you sure?
Unknown?
Yeah, you just put unknown. You would say, you could put the, instead of like the author, you could put this author writes aspire to inspire. Unknown. That would be perfect. Let's do this one. I like this one. Okay. What sentence starter do you want to start with?
According to the text.
Okay. And what comes after that?
A comma.
Nice. And what do I do? What do I put my quote in? Nice. And what is my quote?
Text. Whatever you do, do it well.
And then who is my author?
Walt Disney.
Yeah, I just typed it for you. I didn't even wait for you to give me an answer. Okay, so now we've done our A, C. The last part is E, and this is the part I'm most excited for because it's geared right towards you, Grayson. You're going to be super excited on what you get to explain for your explain practice. Are you ready?
Cereal.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. So for this one, typically I would have them pick which one they wanted to do, but I already know you'd pick the top one. So they gave us an answer and they gave us a cite. So you have to add in your own explanation. You have to say why, or like why you agree with this, or an example of why you think it's true, kind of thing. So the answer is video games are good for your mental health. The cite is, according to one study, playing video games for 30 minutes a day can help ease anxiety and depression. Now we have to add an explanation. Okay. And over here, it says your explanation is where you prove why the evidence you used is so important. So why is this important? Why is playing video games for 30 minutes a day to help ease anxiety and depression important?
So you don't have anxiety and depression?
Okay, so let's take that idea and actually let's do this. Hope this is where I can. Okay, so that's kind of our thoughts. On your piece of paper, you should have a little box that says explain and elaborate your answer. And you have some sentence starters there too. You have this shows, this proves, this makes me think, this explains, or this means. Let's pick one of those to start this with. What do you want to start
This
with?
shows.
Okay. This shows what?
That video games for 30 minutes can help ease anxiety and depression.
Okay, and now I want you to add one more sentence, and I want you to think of kids your age and with school. And if you get a lot of anxiety, do you think you are going to be a good student or that you're going to do well in school?
Yes.
So, do you know what anxiety is?
No.
Like you're really nervous.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
some kids that have anxiety, they might sit there and like tap a lot. They might not be paying attention. They might have an outburst. They might get in trouble a lot. So, do you think those kids that feel anxiety or depression, that means they're like might be really sad a lot, do you think they're going to have a really easy time at school?
No.
Okay. So, what's something you could say? So, this shows that video games for 30 minutes can help ease anxiety and depression. Could we also say something about um this? Well, let's start with something else. Um it is important for students to what's it important for students to do?
Play video games for 30 minutes.
What about is it important for you guys to like relax for a little bit or have some downtime?
Yeah.
I mean, I know like if I'm stressed out, playing a video game relaxes me. I like doing that. I enjoy it. I totally could have made you do the bottom one that says video games can cause health problems and how you shouldn't play video games.
I'm only 96 pounds. That's not health problems. People weigh like 120.
They're just
In
saying
fifth
like
grade.
people that constantly play them. So now we've done our A, our C, and our E, and we've done them all separate. What I want to show you now is kind of a way to put them all together. Let me pull this up really quick. And you were telling me earlier that you guys have not done this kind of stuff yet.
What kind of stuff?
Like you guys haven't done race or ace writing. You haven't talked about ace or race.
No.
Well, when you do this year, you can say that you learned it a little early. Okay. So this one is going to kind of put it all together and show you how to make your own paragraph. Obviously, we're not going to do that right now, but I want you to see how you would do that. Okay. So this is called We Need Bees. So we have the text below, and it says about why we need bees. Okay. Can you read that little paragraph for me?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Do I read it?
Yep, you read it out loud.
Good. In recent years, scientists have noticed a large decrease in the bee population. Although many people think bees are bad, they're actually very important for planet life. They help pollinate flowers and plants. Without them, many plants would no longer grow. Some plants that need bees to survive include apple trees, broccoli, and squash. Of course, bees also give us honey. Bees impact the entire food chain, so it would be terrible if they went extinct.
Okay. Now, the question they ask is, why are bees important? So if you're answering by restating, could you just say, because they pollinate flowers and plants?
No.
No, you would have to, you forgot to what in your answer?
Put a site.
No, in your answer, you answered the question, but you forgot to do the R. You forgot to what?
Quotation marks. Put a comma. Restate the question.
There you go. Restate the question. Yeah. I'm going to go back to this right here. There we go. Now, if we were to do this, and I was going to start with restating my question, it says, why are bees important? How could we just restate our question really quick before we get into it?
Bees are important because.
Yes. And what would you say from that little paragraph? Bees are important because why?
They help the environment.
Could we narrow it down a little bit? I would be looking, they help, you could say this, or they help this. What would you want to put? They help plant life or pollinate flowers and plants?
They help pollinate flowers and plants.
Perfect. Works for me. So that's our A, right?
Mm.
All right, we're gonna highlight that so we know our A is done. Oh my goodness. What am I still hiding? There it is. Okay. Now we need to do what? What comes next? What's our C?
The site.
Yep, we need a cite. So
the text says.
Okay, I like it. The text, yep. The text says, and we got to put what after that?
They pollinate flowers and plants.
So we talked about how they pollinated flowers and plants. What could we use maybe the sentence after that?
Without them, many plants would no longer grow.
So there's our cite. Now our explanation is going to probably be the longest thing. Okay. Oh, where's the green? There's the green. And now we need to explain. And remember, this will be just you prove why this is important. So why is it important that we have plants that can grow, or we have bees that are able to pollinate the plants that can grow. So why is this important?
So, so the
Try, hold on. Go to your explain and elaborate your answer box. Let's start with one of those sentence starters.
this
Yep.
proves,
Or you could say this is important because, that's fine. Or this makes me think this. This shows.
this shows
Okay.
that
You about said what I would say next.
bees help
Yep.
impact the entire food chain.
Okay. Yep. And I'm going to add in a sentence too. So I know it says like explain 2 to 3 sentences. We're going to keep it at 2, especially since this isn't like introductory for you, since you've never done ACE writing before. But I mean, I will tell you, I'm pretty impressed. I think you did a great job.
Are we done?
I don't know. Hold on one second. I'm going to stop the recording.